There was no quid pro quo. Quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo, it's a favor or advantage granted or expected in return for something. Quid pro quo is actually a legal term, generally accepted to mean a deal. I'm going to give you something in exchange for something else.
In other words, you're going to do this or you're not going to get money.
A quid pro quo might be a red herring in this debate about whether Trump should get impeached because there doesn't have to be evidence of a quid pro quo for him to get impeached. Some of what he's accused of may rise to the level of other crimes. For example, did he have a campaign finance violation by asking Ukraine's president to help out his election? Was he soliciting foreign interference in an election? That could also be illegal. The Constitution left it up to Congress to decide what standard a president should meet to get kicked out of office.
The campaign to impeach President Trump has begun.
It's not that a quid pro quo is subjective, even though you hear Democrats come out of the impeachment inquiry hearings and say,
things have just gone from very, very bad to much, much worse.
And you hear Republicans come out and say,
I've been in there for 10 hours. I can assure you there was no quid pro quo.
Quid pro quo is just really hard to prove. That's because so rarely does somebody say, do this for me, and I'll do this for you.
To be clear, what you just described is a quid pro quo. It is funding will not flow unless the investigation into the Democratic server happened as well.
We do that all the time.
To have a quid pro quo doesn't mean you have to succeed in getting the deal done. Legal experts I spoke to say it doesn't matter that those two puzzle pieces didn't connect. If you tried to make a quid pro quo, that's enough in a court of law.
Now that's what you call quid pro